Hello, everyone, and welcome to another gameplay and commentary video. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone once again, we have these four booster packs as well as a starter deck somewhere lying around that we are giving away to our viewers. So our first winner actually is Logan Stillman. Let me just bring up his comment. Definitely Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. I know I love the Peter Pan stuff, so awesome. I'm on the same page with you. I really hope that you get a Tinkerbell Giant Fairy from your booster pack, and you will be getting this Mickey Mouse Lorcana booster pack. So just reach out to me, and I will kind of get that sent out. So for this video, once again, if you leave a comment, and this time, let's say, why don't you, in the comment, tell me, what is the ink color that you like the most, and maybe potentially even add a reason why you like that ink color. That would be really fun. But yep, let's see. Let's put this Maleficent Lorcana booster pack up. So as always, if you leave a comment to this video, you will be entered for a chance to win that booster pack. And then if you also leave a comment to the associated Twitter message, you will also be getting a entry into the raffle to potentially win. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay section. So today we're going to be kind of going back to the counter to the Ruby Amethyst control deck, and we are going to be running some more of the Amber Emerald Aggro deck gameplay. So let's take a look at what this deck has evolved into. So in the past, I've experimented with some one jump aheads. Sorry, not one jump aheads. What was that? Just in times that can kind of hold those Kuzco's, Mad Hatters, or other five cost cards. But I have moved away from that. I find that just in time is just a little bit not enough. Even if you get really lucky with drawing a just in time and being able to slam down the Kuzco, it's essentially two cards for one. And against Ruby Amethyst or some of the control deck's ways to get rid of your 5-cost cards, it's just not enough good value. So essentially the idea here is every single card that you play should get you closer to that 20 lore, should net you some lore. But just in time is a card that doesn't net you any lore. So we've moved away from that. Instead, including some copies of LeFou. So a really early cheap card that can quest for 2 lore. Some Hades to get back those Kuzcos or Mad Hatters or cards that we need. And then just kind of went on from there. So let's see how this deck does. Hopefully we'll get, once again, a variety of matchups. We'll do 2 or 3 games, win or lose, and I will kind of commentate as I play it, and let's see how we do. Yeah. Also, it would be really cool if you guys just left a comment about your experiences with Lorcana on that opening day at your local LGS or something like that. Hopefully, everyone here was able to get their hands on some product or are able to find some leagues to play. Yeah, so let's see. We have turn 1 Lilo into Flynn Rider or LeFou. Probably want to get rid of some of our uninkables. This seems like a pretty good hand. We're probably gonna get rid of the LeFou and see what we draw. Nice. The cub is a little bit better. Going second is a bit of a bummer, though. We definitely want to go first as an aggro deck, but it's okay. If we can only win by going first, it's not a very good deck, anyways. Okay, turn one pass. I really should have paid attention. I was drinking some water. Should have paid attention to what sort of deck my opponent was running, but it's okay. That's the good news about aggro. We just drew our thing. No matter what, that was gonna be our play. Um, it's nice to get some intel on opponent's decks just to know what to expect, but we're just gonna run out the turn one Lilo, turn two Simba. Yep, it's a control deck. Is it Ruby though? Yeah, it's Ruby Amethyst control. Big surprise. Run out turn three. Probably the Flynn Rider. So we always run this out in quest and pray that they don't have a Rafiki. Rafiki really ruins aggro right now. That's not a Rafiki. Oh, but I guess it's kind of good. Um, it's okay. It's okay. LeFou. Opponent doesn't have any good trades into the Simba right now, so we're just gonna ink the Tinkerbell, play out the Flynn, and continue questing. Every little bit of questing gets us closer. So turn 4 is gonna be a Hans. Then turn 5 is probably gonna be the Mad Hatter. We wanna save the Kuzcos until after that first be prepared from our opponent. Aladdin's a little bit annoying because we're a little bit afraid of the shift 5 into Aladdin Heroic Outlaw, but not much you can do about it. Like I said, kind of regardless of what the opponent's running, we really hope they don't ink. Um, that's really good. Um, you have forgotten me is also amazing because likely they have really good cards that they don't want to play from their hand. Um, you know what? I think we're going to go for the You Have Forgotten Me. Make them discard too. Yeah, the opponent really kind of telegraphed that they didn't want to ink anything. So what did they discard? A magic mirror and a dragonfire. Okay, we'll take that. And we'll quest and make our opponent run into some awkward trades. And next turn, we will either ink the Mad Hatter and play out the Kuzco, or ink a card and play out the Mad Hatter if we draw an inkable card. Yeah. They probably had a friends on the other side as well in their hand that they didn't want to ink. So this is actually really excellent. Gives me a little bit more cards and lore. This is great. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, all of opponents are at 2 health, so we definitely play out the Mad Hatter. Quest, quest, pass. So, in general, the later the game goes on, the more useless You Have Forgotten Me becomes. So that's why I like played it early. Every other You Have Forgotten Me, unless like we have ink to spare, is probably just gonna go into our inkwell. Um, but the earlier it is, the harder the Ruby Amethyst player has a choice in terms of a lot of cards in their hands are uninkable. So putting that additional pressure of making opponent discard 2 cards is really good. So Amaui is probably gonna be the best card. Um, Dragonfire is good too. But they just have a lot of awkward trades now. Um, are they not gonna trade? That's kind of amazing. Because it's still a little bit further away from Be Prepared, right? So we just slam down the Kuzco and Quest and pass. I mean, I feel like as a Ruby Amethyst player, you always have to get rid of your opponent's board. There's no way they can race us, can they? I mean, I guess they have quite a few characters on board, and right now, like a Be Prepared is kind of awkward for them as well. But there's no way they can outrace us. What are we worried about? I mean, we have Quest, 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 drop a Cheshire, drop a LeFou, and pass. They quest with everything, and Be Prepared, and we still have a Kuzco. I guess they would need two Be Prepareds now. So if opponent has two Be Prepareds, that's too strong of them. I guess if they can get rid of my Simba, Flynn, and Kuzco, they can, and they have a removal for the Cheshire. That's enough, but that's a lot of things to deal with. I feel like, yeah, like opponent probably should have attacked a little bit earlier. It's just gonna be so difficult because when they run into the Flynn, they also need to discard a card. Which card did they discard? Facilier. Nothing super relevant. Now they need to run into the Kuzco. Man. Ouch. And then they need to have one more removal for the Cheshire or the LeFou. They probably should have attacked with the Elsa into Kuzco first, and then the Maleficent, because Kuzco's ability only triggers unless they want to save the Elsa for some reason. I guess they can tap down one of my characters, and it really depends on what their last card is in hand. Like if they have a Rafiki or a Maui, that would at least prevent lethal this turn. Opponent's also gonna run out of time. Yeah. But I don't think opponent had all of the tools they need. Even if they got rid of the board, I had a Kuzco, a Cheshire Cat, and I would have been at 19. So at 19 is just way too scary for Ruby Amethyst to kind of deal with in general. But cool. So we we played a Ruby Amethyst control deck. Let's see what other decks we can be matched up against. Pretty quick matchup, so that's great. We got a couple of LeFous, Stitch, possible shenanigans. Don't need these. Really don't want to keep the LeFou. Stitches can be good on turn 4. I don't think our deck is really a Stitch. I'm gonna just mulligan all of these, maybe keep a LeFou, and see if we get the Lilo, Flynn Rider. We don't get a bodyguard, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But it's not bad at all. Turn 1 Lilo, turn 2 Flynn, turn 3 LeFou, and Stitch, maybe? Let's ink the Bjorgest and play out the Lilo. And pass the turn. The ink a befuddle to play out an Olaf. Olaf certainly does stop us in our track. Probably the worst card we want to see. Um, ink a Mad Hatter. Play out the Flynn. Do we pass? Do we quest with the Lilo? Probably quest, right? And just pass. We don't really have like we assume the opponent is gonna play out another character, so at a certain point, waiting for that bodyguard drop probably won't help. So we might as well get the quest off of the Lilo um when we can. And then now we got Stitch and Flynn, which is great. We'll ink a LeFou and play out the Flynn and the Stitch and really hope that we don't keep on drawing uninkable cards. Facilier. That's good. It's very good. At least allows us to quest, and once again we pray that we don't run into a Zeus or a Rafiki. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We will bring back a Simba. Go to Facilier. And quest with the Flynn and pass. And next turn we got a Kuzco. It is getting pretty late in the afternoon, feeling a little bit sleepy. May take a nap after this these games and this video. But As always, must finish the video. That's good. Kind of implies that they don't have anything. Magic Mirror is not impactful at all. Every single time we play out the Simba, play out the Kuzco, quest, quest, and pass. Gotta discard a card. Do they discard? Be prepared. Interesting. Okay. Probably has another be prepared in hand, maybe. Oh, that's not gonna do it. I really like to see kind of that. Drop the cat. Quest. Quest. Pass. You do have lethal next turn. Okay, that stops lethal. Quest. Quest. Opponent needs a be prepared. A Maui would be able to stop this. I'm wondering if I need to run out the Tinkerbell or not. I'm gonna say opponent needs to be prepared. I'd rather keep some more cards in my hand. Yeah, okay. Good play. So that essentially means I get to run out my Hades, grab back the Cusco, and pass. They need to dig for their other be prepared now. Yep, they're digging. That's not quite gonna do it. Maui isn't gonna do it. We are going to play out the Cusco. Quest. And we're gonna ink the stitch. And pass. Do they have another be prepared? They do have another be prepared. Okay. That doesn't help too much. We play out the Tinkerbell and pass. Okay, did they have a removal in hand? They have a Dragonfire. Okay. Ah, do they have another be prepared? That's not a be prepared. And the power of the Cuscos. Right, man, that's two Ruby Amethyst decks that we've ran into so far. Let's see if we can get like some other matchups, or maybe everyone's just playing the Ruby Amethyst deck. I'm not complaining. I think our deck is doing fine against Ruby Amethyst, so all right. Let's see what we got here. Not super promising. None of these are good cards. I'm probably gonna keep a Stitch just as it is a early game. Okay. Man, going second again. Okay, so this is a mirror matchup. Um So Lilo is gonna be a bit slow here. Still need to play her out. I don't have too much experience with the mirror matchups, so if I make a lot of mistakes, definitely let me know in the comments how you guys would play these mirror matchups. But I figured like running out the uninkable is always fine because Lilo is a card that I need to play regardless. Probably want to try to play the You Have Forgotten Me as soon as I can. They have a pretty scary board, but that's totally okay. Um, so two, we probably want to run out the LeFou. Yeah, I think the LeFou is fine. And then just kill off the Lilo and pass. That way we can keep on just like pressuring the Lilo. And they don't have too much cards in their hand. Two cards in their hand. Still has two cards in their hand. Ah, Ariel. Mm. Okay. Um, do we sing with LeFou? See if we draw into anything good. Oh, turn 4 Stitch. Could be scary. But maybe we just want the genies. Okay, that's what we're aiming for. Man, I need the Cheshire Cat for ink. Maybe grabbing the you know what? I probably should have grabbed an inkable or something to put a little bit more of a threat on. Man, yeah, that's gonna be rough. They are running fast. The Cheshire Cat really isn't doing it for us. Um, could make them discard their last card. We could do this. And we will pass. At least the Jasper can kind of stop them a little bit. And we got the You Have Forgotten Me to make them discard the two remaining cards. The question is if we can stabilize or not. Um, yeah, let's make them discard. It's quest, prevent the stitch, and pass. Can slow them down a little bit. What we need, I guess, is oh man, that's rough, rough, rough. At least we can grab back our Jasper and ink it and pass. So now we can start bouncing next turn. Just stitch back. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. Ouch. It's gonna be a close one. 17. Opponent's gonna be at 17. I don't think we have enough. And now, absolutely no way. That Kuzco. Oh, what is this hand? Only running 12 uninkables, and we got all of them in our hand. Yep. Sometimes the odds are not, the cards were not stacked in your favor. Right. We can't end on that note. We have to do one more game there. And then, yeah, no, this is really good experience for me. Just to know that mirror matchup, I probably could have played something better. So good lesson learned. We probably want to get rid of our uninkables like that. We want to keep a Cusco because it's so good. Are we gonna get a no? Oh man, okay. Lots of 5 drops. Ink the Mad Hatter, pass. Turn to Flynn. Simba. So okay, so this is the same, okay. So turn 2 Flynn is fine. Do we need a BR guess? Probably not. Can sing BR guess with Simba though. I think Jasper is the card that we don't really need. Opponent is thinking a lot about his first turn play. Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely don't need a Jasper now. And we'll play out the Flynn Rider and pass. So yep, okay. So we can protect our Flynn Rider with Simba. And it seems like opponent is having tough, okay, jesting times. I mean, we'll be able to put down 2 Simbas. So even if they play a just-in time that Maximus, the Maximus has to run into our Simba. It's not even a okay, it's Tinkerbell. Interesting. Yeah, I think we just play out all of our bodyguards. If they have a giant Tink, it's gonna hurt. They do not have a giant Tink. That is very good to know. Rapunzel's bad too, but a lot less bad than the giant Tink. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We're going to probably play Ink the Tinkerbell, play the Mad Hatter, and quest with everything. Then we have some Cusco turns next. 2 Cusco turns, so that's at least 6 lore. So we are effectively at 15. Just need to figure out how to get 5 more lore. It'd be the hardest 5 lore that we would be trying to get. That's one. Grab your swords. That's 3 out of the 5 lore. Take it. 3 out of the 5 lore. Um, and the reason why I'm giving myself 6 lore is just because Kuzco can quest, and then I can bring him back with Hades. But that's no guarantee. Like if an opponent can grab your sword twice, that kills the Kuzco. But I feel like that's pretty rare. So I think it's very fair to say that I'm effectively at 18 right now. And I will draw a card. Stitch is great too. Yeah, that Maximus is not gonna do too much. It can't kill my Kuzco, but it'll trade. So essentially, I play out the Stitch. Do I even need to play out the Stitch? Oh, we ink a Stitch no matter what. Yeah, we play out the Stitch and pass. We threaten lethal, and then once they kill the Kuzco, we're just gonna play Hades, get him back, play him down, and then hopefully that will be enough. I mean, that kills a Rapunzel, sure. Okay. So we anticipated 6 lore from our Cusco. Let's see how accurate this is, because this stitch will put us to beyond. Don't think we need that. You have forgotten me. We'll play that. Bring back our Cusco. Quest and pass. So I think the only thing that really saves them is to grab your swords. Um, and they certainly can do it. Um, because it can sing with Maximus and then play out a grab your swords. So, but hopefully, even in that situation, our Tinkerbell is enough. There's only so much removal opponents can have, right? At least that's what you're hoping. That is certainly what you're hoping. Do we see 2 grab your swords? Tinkerbell. Cannot deal damage to the Kuzco. That is not a grab your swords, but that is also not a grab your swords. We dodged out of that one. Awesome. Well, that is generally the gameplay with the Ember Emerald aggro deck. So hope you find this useful. Once again, as a final reminder, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Leave a comment with your favorite ink color and the reason why, and potentially have a chance to win this Maleficent booster pack. So have a great rest of your days and take care. See ya soon. Bye.